Welcome, everyone, to Davies Boys Basketball on the Davies Live Network tonight. It's a huge EDC matchup between the number 4 Fargo Davies Eagles and the Fargo South Bruins. Welcome inside the broadcast booth, everybody. I'm class of 23 from Fargo Davies, Grant Hubbard. That's class of 1995 from Fargo South, Mark Hubbard. What's going on? Nice to see you, by the way.
Good to be back, sir. Good to be back.
So, since the last time we saw Davies, they've won 2 of the last 3 games, but have yet to defeat South this season. They lost 78-69 a couple months ago. How does Davies get revenge? But this time they have Mason Clayball on the floor.
Well, and South hasn't beaten Davies in 10 years prior to that, Grant, and so there's certainly a history that's been overcome. The dynamic is different. We all know this with Mason Clayball in the lineup. You don't replace that kind of scoring when he's not in the lineup. So now South has a chance to face a totally different dynamic team and a Davies team that for the first time in a while has everybody back on the floor.
So South, on the other hand, they've been the surprise EDC this season. They sit in first place, but how does James Hamilton and co. complete the sweep this time with Clayball on the floor? That's the important part.
Well, in the first game, Hamilton only had 8 in the first half, Grant, and he came out with a huge second half and scored 23 points. Can Davies keep him under control tonight is going to be the key to this game.
Should be a fun one, too. Number 2 versus number 1 in the EDC standings, Davies and South. Next on the Davies Live Network, lineups and anthem next.
Good evening and welcome to Fargo Davies High School for tonight's matchup featuring the visiting Fargo South Bruins and your Davies Eagles. Ladies and gentlemen, please stand and remove your hats for the presentation of the colors by the Fargo Public Schools Air Force Junior ROTC under the direction of Colonel Stephen Hughes and Chief Master Sergeant James Gibson. The color guard team is commanded by Cadet Carson Mulwinen, accompanied by Cadet Patrice Joseph, Cadet Alexander Yuso, and Cadet Nicholas Borowski. Please remain standing and hold your applause until the color guard has left the stage. Tonight's national anthem will be performed by Davies Senior Macy Wanzek.
Oh, say, can you
The North Dakota High School Activities Association and the Eastern Dakota Conference encourage and promote good sportsmanship by student athletes, coaches, and spectators. We ask that you cheer for your team and be respectful of the opponent and the officials. As high school student athletes, they commit to fair play, responsibility, and respect. Both teams invite you to support their effort. And now, let's meet tonight's lineup. First, the officials certified by the North Dakota High School Activities Association. Tonight's officials are Ben Olden, Ethan Johnson, and Dustin Payne. And now, let's meet the starting lineup. First, for the visiting Bruins. A 5'11" sophomore, number 1, Josh Barjolo. 5'7" senior, number 2, Drew Kowali. 5'11" senior, number 4, Dwayne Mitchell. 6'3" senior, number 23, James Hamilton. 6'6" senior, number 23, Reese Vessel. Head coach of the Bruins, Mike Henderson, at 6'5", Derek Horn. Ken Berry, Burton Bates, Gunnar Hempstead, and Stephen Gonzalez. And now, let's meet your home team, the Davies Eagles. A 6'1" senior, number 2, Dan York. A 6'2" junior, number 3, Mason Claiborne. A 6'4" senior, number 11, Alpha Camara. A 6'4" senior, number 13, Jackson Beiswinger. And a 6'1" senior, number 50, Nick Hasbargen. Eagles are coached by Mr. Gordon, assisted by Jacob, Andre Zinger, Matt White, Brad Hubbard, Tommy Thompson, and Jesse Watson.
It's game time. Here we go from South Fargo. Number 4 Davies and Fargo South. Eagles in white, Bruins in yellow. Reese Kessel wins the tip for the Bruins, and we're underway. Trewally outside to Kessel. Mitchell. Hand off to Trewally. York all over. 15 to shoot. Kessel trying to go on Beiswinger. Flips it up off the rim. Mason Claiborne with the rebound. Claiborne guarded by Mitchell. Claiborne looking to pass, gets to the Hasbargen. Now Camara picks up his dribble, has to pass, gets it to York, 13 to shoot. York gets around, can't score. Inside, cleans up Camara, no. Tapped around, another offensive rebound by Camara. 3-ball, Claiborne got it!
Great start for Davies, controlling the offensive glass. Granted, an area they have not done much of is shoot the 3, and a big one early for Claiborne.
Next basket for Claiborne. He is the number 2 leading scorer in Davies history. Bajaro scores. Bargello makes it a 3-2 game.
A little foul away by Bargello there. Nice step back to clear the defensive pressure, makes the 2.
York, 4-on-1. Let's kick it out. Does Jackson Beiswinger wide open short. Gets his own. Try it again. Why not? Off the heel, no good. Trewally with the board. They'll push it ahead to Hamilton. Flips it up, no good. He goes flying into the side stands. He's behind the play. York has to stop his dribble, get it to Hasbargen. Claiborne. Spin in the lane is stripped. He's going to the foul line.
Grant, going back to that 3 by Davies, just so you know, Davies has attempted fewer three-pointers than any team in the conference, and it's by a wide margin. In fact, West Fargo is the next up, 334. Davies has shot 256, almost 80 fewer.
that free throw, there it is.
Consequently, Davies, third best team in the conference at the line.
Second of 2 for Claybo. Got them both. He has passed Tanner Crutchman for second place on the Davies all-time scoring list.
Congratulations, Mason.
And he's a junior. Hamilton off to Bagello. Bagello, guarded by Claybo, flips it up. May have been partially blocked, but Claybo's got it nonetheless. Claybo pushing it up, gets stripped by Abu Trawali, and there's no one back to stop him. Fargo South leads the EDC in steals at 12.4 a game. Davies is second at 12.36 a game. Beiswinger to Claybo. Trawali's all over him. 15 to shoot. How did he do that?
Is that Mason Claybo doing Mason Claybo-like things?
I think so. How in the world did he do that?
The body control that he demonstrated on that. That's unbelievable.
Free throw short. So still only counts for 2, but a heck of an effort nonetheless. So the Eagles lead by 3 early. Trawali will kick it out to Bagello in the now Hamilton will shoot a corner triple off the heel, no good.
Not his game, Grant.
No. York kicks it out. Claybo for 3. Got it!
Look out.
He's hot early. He's got all 10 of the Eagle points so far. Bagello to Trawali. Trawali lost it to Beiswinger.
Beiswinger leading the conference in steals. Another one right there.
Wide open. Fouled on the way up as Alpha Camara. Dwayne Mitchell picks up the foul and we go into the stripe.
And that's 2 on Mitchell already, so the bench is going to have to come into play right away here for South.
And the Eagles as a team are third in the EDC, shooting just over 67% at the free throw line. Camara knocks home the first. No broadcasters. Jinx. Shahid and Minganus have checked in for South. Camara converts on both with a 12-4 lead early for the Eagles. They've come out hot so far.
Keep in mind, Grant, it was 9-3 Davies early in the first game, so.
Right. Downhill is good. Minganus puts that one in.
That's a heck of a move by Minganus there.
Claybo. Now to Beiswinger. Claybo's got it on the bigger man and Kessel. He'll shoot another triple short. Camara almost had it, tipped it around, and corralled by Shahid. That one tipped out of bounds by Claybo will stay with the Bruins.
Good heads-up play there by Claybo, deflecting the ball. Tough place to inbound when you're in the deep corner there.
Early in the coffin corner next to the Eagles student section. And Camara reads it like a hawk. Down he goes the other end and scores. Kessel may have gotten rid of the foul. So Camara's on the board, 14-6 Eagles. Bagello, top of the key, gets it out to Hamilton. Hasbargen's guarding him. Out to the perimeter, step back jumper off the heel. Here comes Mason Claybo back the other way. Claybo kick out, Beiswinger 3-ball, corner pocket.
Wow.
Time up by Mike Hendrickson. What a start for the Eagles.
And as I said, Grant, the Eagles last in the conference in three-point shooting per game. Come out and stick 3 3-pointers in the eye and say, what do you think of me now?
Again, having Mason Claybo back, they just look better as a team. They just look so much sharper.
Well, and it's a fundamental change in your offense. In the first game that these two teams played, Grant, Peter Havelka had 25 points. And
Right.
nothing, this isn't the same offense
Yes.
that they're going to see that they had. And the other thing to keep in mind, Alpha Kamara in the first game, Grant, early foul trouble, struggled a little bit to stay on the floor. Obviously tonight, already an offensive and rebounding presence, as well as turning the ball over. You put all the pieces together in this Davies lineup, and it's a completely different team than we've seen most of this season already.
For sure, for sure.
South's also got to get something started with Hamilton. Again, as I mentioned in the open, no significant presence in the first half. He had 8 points, 23 in the second half.
In this game.
Has only attempted one shot,
right,
and it was
right.
from behind the three-point line, not generally considered his area of expertise.
So in this huge EDC bout, the Eagles have the upper hand early. Shahid will bring it up the floor for the Bruins. Around a screen. Mike Hamilton for three, good. So Hamilton draws the Bruins within single digits. Claybo gets right by his assignment. It's blocked from behind by Hamilton. Ball flipped up in the air. They got a foul on who?
I'll give you one guess.
Was it Crash Hasbargen? Nick Hasbargen with the foul because he will use all 5 fouls. Well, trouble getting the ball in. They finally do get it into Mike Hamilton. Hamilton gets it to Fallingstead. He'll step into a 3 off the mark. York will let it go out of bounds for Eagle possession.
As the big fella Fallingstead gunning it from three-point range. Some interesting shot selections from South in the early going.
York organizing traffic. Claybo, step through, trapped outside. Beiswinger for 3, short. Fallingstead the rebound. Here's Hamilton. Now Shahid downhill and 1. York will pick up that foul. Chance for a 3-point play. Shahid makes the free throw. 17-12 our score. Claybo. Mid-range jumper off the mark. Beiswinger at the offensive rebound. Inside. Havelka waits, takes his time, puts it in. Timeout, Bart Manson.
Great look there by down low, and Havelka wisely trying to draw the foul. Didn't get the contact, but gets the bucket. And as I mentioned, he had 25 in the previous
Looks like it's been the
game.
Fargo South bench who's gotten them back in this game here.
Yeah, and the 5 different scorers already for South in the opening here. South has had an interesting season, Grant. They've won their last 2, albeit against Shanley and Red River, not at the top of the league, but they started out EDC play so hot. They beat Cheyenne. They've beaten Davies and North at home. They avenged that Shanley loss here earlier this week.
Right.
So this is a critical stretch of the schedule for them coming up. If they get this win tonight, they're really in the driver's seat for the EDC's #1 seed. And a win here tonight by them puts them a game and a half clear.
Well, again, that's easier said than done against this hungry Eagle team with the best player in the state on the floor. So 19-12, get back to live action. There's under 12 minutes to go in the first half. Eagles will look good early. South has responded in kind. Only trail by 7. Fallingstead kicks it out. Hamilton in the corner, no good. Camara pulls down a tough board, now lost it on the floor.
Oh, wow.
Throws it between the legs of Fallingstead. Now Claybo loses it. A mosh pit of bodies for the ball. A timeout called by Mike Hendrickson to save the possession. So about 3 timeouts in the span of 4 minutes.
Either that or he's going to throw a challenge flag, one of the two.
Or wave the finger and the green light will go off.
Apparently.
So, mosh pit of humanity.
To illustrate what I was talking about earlier,
Yeah.
the EDC standings right now, South sits at 10-2, Cheyenne 9-2, Davies 9-2, North 9-3. The gap between 4 and 5 is significant back to Central at 5 and 6, Grant.
Yep.
I think we pretty well established who the top 4 teams in the league are. The question now is what order are we going to see it in the conference tournament, which is only 3 weeks away, which is hard to believe for me.
Yeah.
But this is the type of game that determines those kinds of standings.
Yes.
Getting even with South will be important for Davies, but also keep in mind if there's a tiebreaker, there's a 9-point gap that South already established.
Right. Hamilton in the corner. Hamilton will step into a deep 3, rattles it home. Mike Hamilton's got 6. So 4-point Eagle lead. Claybo with the ball. Claybo pass to no one. Camara 1,010 for somebody else.
And Mikey Hamilton, who is averaging about 1.5 points a game, all of a sudden has 2 triples to his name.
Bargello and Kessel have come back into the game. Cam Miller has come in for the Eagles. Trawali. Hamilton will try another one off the heel. That one batted out of bounds. Will go Eagles ball.
Davies in a little bit of a rut here after that hot start. Leads down to 4, and they'll apply some pressure,
which we've seen Eagles haven't been great against this year. Claybo down to Havelka, waits, takes his time again, and scores again.
But you see the difference here, Grant. Against Cheyenne, the pressure really caused Davies a lot of problems without Claybo in the lineup, but now he's just able to hit it. Easy bucket for Havelka.
Mike Hamilton gets it back up to Trawali. Bargello to Trawali. Trawali will fire way off the mark. Kessel cleans up, can't clean up. Outside, Hamilton kicks it to Kessel. Corner 3 from Kessel, way off the mark. Will stay with South. Airball chants are erupting on the Eagles side of things.
South not a very good three-point shooting team, Grant. They're 7th in the conference in overall three-point percentage, but they're going to take a few.
They're going to take a lot of them, that's for sure. Miller almost with the interception. Hamilton will dish it off. Bargello, nice moves inside, blocked by Camara. Bargello in the trees, still Bruin ball.
A good poke there by Cam Miller to knock that away. Miller playing with the mask thing going on there, it looks like today.
Looks like Rip Hamilton.
Yeah, he does.
There's one guy in the NBA you associate a mask with, it's Rip Hamilton.
Did he ever take it off?
No. It's just an aesthetic thing after a while.
Yeah.
They'll get it into Kessel. He's left open.
He wanted it.
He did. Hamilton will fire again off the mark. And after about 1 million offensive rebounds, South finally scores. So 21-17. That's Kessel's first pair of the night. That one tapped. Havelka saves it. York got it back. Now Claybo. Claybo drives, scoops, and scores.
See, that's the other thing, Grant. When the play breaks down like that, there wasn't anybody to handle it like that for Davies. Now Claybo comes in, can make something out of nothing.
Inside to James Hamilton. Hamilton fights, blocked by Camara again. That's his second block of the evening. Claybo pushing pace. Camara inside, throws it down.
Mason Claybo, quarterback, bullet pass.
Claybo quarterback, I've seen him do that. Mike Hamilton may fire again, he won't. Trawali gets it to Bargello. Bargello, deep 3. Off the board is good.
Bank is open on Thursday night, apparently.
Now Cam Miller will push it across on Mike Hamilton. Inside. Off the leg of Kessel and stolen by the Bruins. Now Dan York will take back the deep outlet pass. Claybo. Dirk fade blocked. Look out, Alpha Kamara's behind. Stops it! Hamilton. And he's in a tie-up situation. And that's Eagle basketball.
That's Davies' ball. What a sequence that was.
You just saw when Kamara's coming from behind, there's no way Chihuahua was getting that rebound off.
That was very LeBron-esque, I must say.
Getting that one off.
And there's some energy definitely in the gym right now.
You know South wants it. You know Davies needs this one to stay in the EDC race. A lot of energy in here tonight to York. York dishes it off. Nick Hasbargen waits his turn and scores. They're beating the press early. Trawali through the fingertips of Shahid.
And interestingly enough, Grant, both these teams, the top two teams in the conference in terms of turnover margin, and you're seeing it tonight back and forth.
Minganu just checked in for South. Claybo trying to break the press, does. Gets it to Hasbargen. Now they'll set up offense, they'll get it to York. Caleb Scary has checked in for the Eagles. York, Jay in the lane, that's pretty.
Heck of a way to get your first bucket on the night.
That's just pretty. Eagles have built back up a 9-point lead. Trawali stuck in traffic, gets it out. Three-point attempt splashed through by Minganu.
Well, Minganu has that lefty stroke.
Lefty strokes are great. That lefty stroke, I love it.
That's a hack.
That's a foul in front.
Minganu's got a little excited there.
A little bit. Picked up the foul. Left-handed shooters are great shooters, just ask them.
I'm not going to.
Okay.
So quit asking.
I was one of them. So Claybo. Guarded by Mitchell. Dwayne Mitchell following Claybo every step of the way. Get it out to York, 15 to shoot. York, a little hand check foul there on Dwayne Mitchell.
And Mitchell's handsiness is going to get him his third foul.
Very Jaden McDaniels like. Here comes James Hamilton. He'll
Still
come in
scoreless.
for Kessel.
Still scoreless 11 minutes in, Grant.
Yep. Now Reese Kessel will take a seat. Beismer gets it into York. Claybo for three. Got it! Claybo's got 15 in the first half. Back to a 9-point advantage. Hamilton fights through traffic on Hasbargen and scores.
Matter of time before he got on the board, Grant.
Yep. York spin dribble gets by Hamilton.
Nice move.
Beiswinger, baseball pass, cross court. Caleb Scary, inside Beiswinger, spots up in the baseline, can't finish. Shahid with the rebound. Trawali, kick it out. Now Trawali into Hamilton, high pass out of bounds, Eagle ball.
Yeah, some careless, maintenance of the basketball there by South has cost them a couple of possessions.
York to play it in. Claybo has come out of the game. Beiswinger, spin dribble, gets it in. Kamara, all that strength, muscles his way in and scores.
One of the reasons Alpha's in the top 5 in field goal percentage in the conference is because the shots are like that.
When you shoot 2-footers, you should make a majority of them. Hamilton, another three, rims out. Beiswinger with the board. Tried to kick it off a Bruin player, went out of bounds, hit nobody, will stay with.
Still interested why Hamilton continues to press the three-point shot.
Yeah. So TV timeout on the floor with 5:42 remaining in the first half. The Eagles lead at 34-25. Pretty good first half to start with for the Eagles. They've looked really good so far.
At this point, Grant, I think the game is going at the pace that the Eagles want it to.
Yep.
I think, fortunately for South, they've been able to hit a couple of threes, or this could be a lot uglier right now. But the scoring is very balanced for South, and that's typically, for them, not been the case. Hamilton has been such a big part of their offense. But if you look at the box score right now, if you look, Justin Zulu is one of their other big scorers. He hasn't scored tonight. Mikey Hamilton come off the bench making some threes. Reese Kessel's only got one bucket tonight. And most importantly, Grant, the Eagles very thin on the fouls right now, only one each for York and Hasbargen. So that doesn't appear it's going to be a problem for them as it was in the first game with Alpha.
So after the timeout, it'll be Bruin ball near the Eagle bench. Tough place to inbound. Looking to get it to somebody. Gets it to Hamilton. Gets poked from behind by Beisner, and they're going to call that foul. They're getting Hasbargen. That's his second. Here comes Mason Clavel. Pagello gets it in. Now he's got it. Guarded by Claybo. Tries to kick it out. Couldn't. He's out of bounds. He's on the line. Eagle ball.
Margello almost like he couldn't figure out what to do with it.
No. Claybo's got it. 5:30 to go in the first half. Margello trying to pick his pocket. Claybo gets around him. Free throw, Jay got it.
Boy.
Made Josh Bargello look silly on that possession. Get it in, a hot pass. Shahid's able to handle it. Hamilton's been their most productive scorer so far. He misses wide. Offensive board. Blocked by Kamara. That's his third block. And he was out of bounds on the line. Here comes Peter Havelka. Caleb Scario will come out, a little bit more size for the Eagles here. Bargello will play it in.
South's got to be a little careful here, Grant.
Inbounds passes have not been their friends so far. Mike Hamilton's got it. Whoa. That went to the second
they didn't
row.
call the travel, so they may as well call the pass out of bounds.
Went to the second row. Here comes Reese Kessel.
And South playing a little out of control here, Grant. They've got to probably stop the bleeding a little bit here. They could be facing a significant deficit here at the half.
That turnover is put Bargello on the bench. He's getting a talking to from Coach Mike Hendrickson. Reese Kessel's also come back in to match up with Havelka. Havelka's got the mismatch. They dump it into him, guarded by Mike Hamilton. Waiting, taking his time, puts it in again. Havelka's got 6. Another turnover. Beiswinger had 6 steals last time they were here. He had 6 of them. And now he's got a chance. 3 ball. Corner pocket. One heck of a half for Beiswinger. A couple steals, couple threes, and another turnover. York. He feeds Havelka. Couldn't put it down, but he's going to the line. Mason Claybo wanted that one.
And I hate to pat myself on the back, but what did I just say a minute ago? South's playing out of control, and they might be facing a big halftime deficit.
You're 2 for 2 in that department, partner. First one for Havelka. Home roll.
Knew we had it all the way.
Yeah. Number 4 in the EDC in free throw shooting, 72.7%. Second one for Peter, misses it short. Long rebound out to Shahid. Bruins need points, they need them fast. 42-25. Now Kessel's got it. Camara's guarding him. Almost lost it. Kessel, nice scoop layup.
Kessel's got some athleticism there, Grant. Big kid who can move.
Claybo gets it to York. York. Camara, baseline. Camara, strength. Camara scores.
Look at Alpha with the dribble drive. And Alpha's got 10.
3:20 to go in the first half.
I don't think Kessel expected him to drive like
No.
that.
Hamilton searching for answers on offense. And he just gets his pocket pick. Kessel's able to go back and get it. Shahid. Hamilton stripped. York in transition will slow it down. Kicks it out. Claybo. Three ball. Just off the mark. And Camara, now we got a jump ball. Will go the way of the Bruins. That's one heck of an effort by Alpha Camara.
What a fight by Camara.
Now Holden Whitty's going to come in, give Camara a breather. Whitty's first action of the night. He'll take his turn guarding Kessel.
And as is the cliche sometimes, Grant, in basketball, South right now has got to look to cut this to 10 or less before the half.
Yes. York almost picked his pocket again. He's number 2 in the EDC in steals behind Beiswinger. Kessel trying to move Whitty, can't. No, Whitty's matched up on Shahid. Great defense. Claybo with the rebound.
Tough ask there to try to make that shot. Whitty's length just won't permit that.
Claybo gets instructions from Manson, dribbles it back up. Claybo on the bigger man. You think he just loves those matchups?
That's just unfair.
Just unfair. It's ball squirts free.
Oh.
Hamilton's got a wide open lane to the basket, throws it down. York's going to push it back up anyway. Claybo, three ball. Got it!
Boy, what a response. 20 for Claybo.
Final 2 minutes. Here comes Hamilton. Spin dribble. Off the mark. Claybo the rebound.
I was going to say the YMCA game that broke out is going to slow down a little bit here.
Hamilton, 4 points. Great defensive effort as a team for the Eagles in the first half. Claybo. Here comes the screen from Havelka. He's got the bigger man on him. He's got Fallingston on him. Step back, Jay. No. Whitty with the board. Gets it out. Claybo's open. Can he get it to him? Instead, he finds Holden Whitty. Whitty. Jump hook is going.
Look at Holden Whitty manufacturing some offense. Boy, big fella.
The Shaq jump hook works to perfection. They lead it by 20. Hamilton. Foul called. Who are they going to get? I think they'll get Beiswinger. Look at York on that one. It's his second. Here comes Bargello and Mike Hamilton.
Probably going to take York out, wanting to pick up his third on a minute to go. Only 2 for York, but he's had an impact on this game.
Oh, yeah. In more ways than just points, that's for sure. Looking to play it in, gets it into Hamilton.
Boy.
Fights through contact and scores.
A quiet 6 for Hamilton.
Final minute of the first half, Claybo. Beiswinger. Alpha Camara took a jumper, and he made it.
Alpha Camara, a jumper and a dribble drive?
I know. It's like we're seeing things.
I don't know what's
here.
happening here.
That ball squirts loose. Now Camara's guarding Abu Trawali, the guard. Hamilton in the corner. High arcer, no good. A late whistle. Camara barreled into him. It was a very late call. So Hamilton's got 2.
To call that a very late whistle would be an understatement.
You could say that.
I just did.
Okay.
I mean,
First one, no good. I mean, they would have called that foul on Karl Anthony Towns anyway. So
He'd still be complaining
oh
about
yeah, he
it
would.
by now.
He would. If he misses the second one, do we get free things? Is that how this works?
Yeah.
No? No, well, never mind.
Hamilton shoots about his season average, 51%, 1 of 2.
So chops them, and now we got probably the last possession of the first half
They can
here.
turn the shot clock off.
Yeah, that's about 0.2 difference. So they're about synced, not quite. Claypool's going to take his time. Abu Trawali's going to, or Bargello's going to attempt to guard him.
Yeah, here comes the screen.
He's got a bigger man in
Create
Kessel.
time.
Steps, pulls up, got it! And that is the end of the first half.
And that buzzer beater almost went in.
Wouldn't have counted. Stay tuned. We got a great second half coming up. Eagles lead at 54-32. We'll be back in 9 minutes. Welcome back, everybody. Grant and Mark back with you, and we were talking during the break. We're surprised at the way this game has been going. I thought it'd be a tighter game, and the Eagles have just blown it open here.
Yeah, Davies has really pressed the issue, and again, it's
Literally
a totally different. It's a totally different team with Mason Claybo in the lineup. Claybo leading all scorers with 23, Alpha Camara with 12, Jackson Beiswinger with 6, Peter Velka, with 7, Holden Whitty, Nick Hasbargen, and Dan York, each with a couple of buckets, or 1 bucket each for 54. On the south side of the ledger, James Hamilton, who didn't do a lot in the first half, leads all south scorers with 7, Mikey Hamilton with 6, Josh Borjola with 5, Abakar Minjanouj with 5, Reese Kessel with 4, Ali Shahid with 3, Abu Trawali with 2 for the visitors in the yellow.
So it'll be Eagle basketball to start the half. Trying to build on a 22-point lead to start the second half.
And if South's going to do anything, Grant, it's going to be early. Let's see if James Hamilton can have the kind of second half he did in the first meeting.
York. Backdoor Mason Claybo tried to poster it, but instead he's got 2 free throws coming up. Claybo, one of the best free throw shooters in the EDC, period. That's fitting.
No such thing as a broadcaster jinx, however.
Nope, 0. If he goes over 2, I'm sorry, Mace. See, he picks me up. Chops the free throws. 55-32.
You're lucky.
You can say that. Bargello trying to get some offense going for the Bruins. They have been stuck in neutral all night. Get it out to Kessel. He thought about it. Bargello thought about it. Hamilton going to drive. Now Bargello picked off by York. Here comes Claybo. Alley-oop!
Send it in, Alpha Camara.
Almost intercepted. Last touched by Hasbargen. Will stay with the Bruins.
That's just good and good for you.
That's
right
good
there.
communication between those two right there. It's like they've played together or something.
Something like that.
Abu Trawali into the trees outside. Kessel corner 3. Got it.
I got a feeling Kessel's going to be putting it up a lot in the second half.
Yep.
He just strikes me as that kind of guy.
Keep it and pray kind of thing. York behind Claybo behind the back dribble. In between 3 guys. Gets his own miss. Kicks it out. York lost it in the corner. Has it back. Is that a 2? It was a 2.
Just the shake and bake move by
Doesn't
York
matter.
was great.
Doesn't matter. Missed anyway. Trawali
Ooh.
will stay with the Bruins. I think it was his last touch by York. I think he had a paw on that.
Barely.
Never mind. It's Eagle ball.
Yeah, I was going to say, I don't know how he got that one, but York's like, what am I supposed to do? Oh. Yeah.
Oh, we're going that way? Claybo, handoff to York. York inside Hasbargen, couldn't corral it. Now back the other way. Mitchell hits the front of the rim, and he's behind the play.
Oh.
Trying to kick it out, does. Beiswinger left it short. Camara stays with the play and scores.
That man's a dog, Grant.
You could say that.
Jeez.
Hamilton trying to back his way in. Stays with it. He rims out.
Boy,
Hasbargen with a heck of an effort there.
nothing going right for South at any part of the game right at this point.
Claybo. Bargello all over him. Step back Jay, short. Here comes Hamilton back the other way, 1-on-1. Hamilton glides to the rim.
Hamilton with 9.
Yep. York. Claybo Almost responds. Trawali. Mitchell thought about it. Mitchell trying around Beisminger, kicks it out to Hamilton. Hasbargen going to give Hamilton room. Good idea, left it short. Mitchell with the offensive rebound. Inside Hamilton, nice pass inside. He's finally broken double figures. He's got 11.
A little lazy on defense there by Davies. Bart Manson will not be happy with that.
York, free throw jumper. Can't get the touch. Bargello with the rebound.
And I know it's a 20-point game, but some of these shots are a little bit loose by Davies.
A little bit. Hamilton. Mitchell, way off the mark. Couldn't save it, did the Bruins. They'll just...
Careful. I felt a breeze.
Running offense of the Eagles. York will just get it out to Hasbargen, 15 to shoot. If Kamara took a three and made it, that'd be ridiculous. Whoa.
Oops. Speaking of ridiculous.
Hamilton takes his time and scores.
Just like that, Hamilton has 13. Stop me if you've seen this movie before.
Yep. Beiswinger to Kamara. Hasbargen with a tissue up his nose. Inside, Bruin ball.
Off clay ball. Yeah, a little ragged here for Davies.
Havelka and Miller have checked in for the Eagles.
Well, honestly, that's the way Nick should look at this point in the game.
Yeah. He should look like Cam Miller.
Red face, tissue up the nose, 2 fouls.
Still got 3 more to use.
I don't see what's wrong with Nick at this point.
Nope. Hamilton kicks it out. 3-point attempt off the heel. Havelka runs it down, gets it to Miller. Now Dan York will push it back up. Miller. Inside to Hasbargen. Post moves inside, gets the roll.
Of course it is. Good boy, Nick.
Goes to work on Hamilton, and he's now got 4.
Nobody plays better with a tissue up his nose than Nick Hasbargen. I've said it for years.
Hamilton.
Whoa.
Just throws it off the board, trying to get it to fall.
All we're missing at this point is the circus music.
Yes.
Nick picked up the foul. It's the Nick Hasbargen show. It's his world. We're just living in it.
First one's good from Hamilton.
It's 14 for Hamilton.
Both of them are good. It's the Crash and Claybo show here at Davies High School.
Is Crash the thing now?
Well, you called him that before the game. What's you called Nick Hasbargen? Your nickname was Crash. Sounds like a bad cop show that I would watch. Havelka inside. Havelka short on the jump hook. Don't worry, we've all missed that shot.
Technique was spot on, though.
You would know.
Oh.
Hamilton just loses the ball.
And then runs into his own guy for good measure.
Havelka and one! Havelka's got a chance for his 10th point of the evening. Here comes Mason Claybo. Out comes Crash and comes Claybo. It's the Crash and Claybo show.
Claybo.
Only on NBC. Not.
Is NBC paying us?
I hope they would.
Whoop. Come on, that's not a lane violation? Sorry, editorializing.
It's a 20-point game.
Still a lane violation.
Okay, you would know.
I never did that.
Yeah, you did. Shahid. Mike Hamilton's been their guy all night. He's got 3 more. He's got 9 points, all of which are threes. Beiswinger, baseline, kick out. Dan York in the free throw lane. Can he get it to fall? No. Hamilton the other way. Alpha Camaro will come in next dead ball. Hamilton. Blocking foul was called. I believe Pavelka was in the restricted area. So Hamilton's got a chance to break double figures here.
Hamilton, a 33% free throw shooter.
Is that bad?
It's not good.
Did you enter the raffle? I didn't have those numbers in the raffle, did you?
Are we eligible? I keep asking that question.
Yeah. I don't think we're allowed to bet. Chops the free throws as Hamilton, 63-47. Claybo, surrounded, gets it out to Miller. Miller. Now York. 15 to shoot. Camara. Can't get it to drop. Pavelka tried to tip it to himself. Couldn't. With Shahid getting the rebound. Uh-oh. Alpha Camara, clear the landing strip. Oh! He was looking back and couldn't throw it down. So 10:50 to play in the game. Bartman says look pleased about them looking back before throwing it down. But
ouch.
Entertaining second half to start with anyway.
To say the least. Up and down, back and forth. Well, and with, Alpha's dunk, or lack thereof.
Yeah.
Notwithstanding. So far, South is making a little bit of progress, but the long way to go with a 16-point deficit here. Davies, the defensive intensity isn't quite there.
No.
The offensive flow isn't quite there. Claybo's only got 1 point in the half, so it's a little bit ragged.
They've kind of taken their foot off the gas a little bit here, but hey, still up a good amount here.
And South isn't going to quit.
No, because they still have that 9-point advantage they're trying to keep.
And coaches don't say they don't think about that, but it's got to be in the back of your mind.
Well, if you're Bart Manson, you got this lead, you definitely are thinking about it if you could get your advantage back.
I mean, your priority is to get the win, right?
Yes.
But that does have to sit in your mind when you look at standings and how you coach the situational basketball, right?
But again, the Eagles are headed down a gauntlet, but they still have to play North and Cheyenne one more time. So this is the first of 3 battles they have down the stretch here. Shahid rattles it home. 63-49. Bruins are starting to climb back into it. Claybo gets around Hamilton, stops, resets offense. Gets it to Camara. Miller leaves it for Claybo. They call a blocking foul on Hamilton. That's Hamilton's first. Scarry comes in for the Eagles. James Hamilton, Bargello, and Mitchell have all come back into the game for the Bruins. Cam Miller will take a seat.
Caleb Scarry checking in.
Scarry looking to play it in. Will just lob it into the backcourt. Claybo into the defense. He's going back to the free throw line.
Poor Bargello just doesn't have an answer
No.
right now.
Claybo off on the first. Claybo gets the second one. He's got 25 in the game, 64-59, 64-49. Hamilton sets a screen for Mitchell. Mitchell into the lane. Mitchell scores. Now a 13-point game. It was 22. Claybo gets it to York. York gets it poked free. Claybo can go back and get it. Yep. He's fouled from behind by Bargello.
That's Bargello again.
That's number 4, number 3. Beiswinger and Hasbargen have come back in for the Eagles. Here comes Shahid back in. They take out Bargello.
That's because Hendrickson's going to go over and yell at Bargello again for a minute.
Again?
Because.
Just because. Under 10 minutes to play. Claybo feeds it off. Dan York wide open. Got it!
And York doesn't take a lot of threes, Grant, but that's a huge one right now.
Shahid off to Hamilton. Quiet night overall for Hamilton. Beiswinger with the board. Beiswinger take it up. Now hand it off to York. York. Beiswinger.
Nice pass.
Base free throw jumper. No.
Nope.
Off who? Eagle ball.
A nice zipped pass there. Just couldn't get the mid-range jumper.
They're going to check out Bargello in the Bruin corner there. Scott Whitty, the Eagle trainers, will take a look at him.
So maybe he just wasn't yelling at him.
No, I think there's a reason he came out this time. Hasbargen, close from a backcourt violation. Hasbargen scores.
Yes, sir.
Little slip and slide with that right foot, but he still managed to keep himself in the play. No one stopped ball. Mitchell blocked by Camara again. That's number 4.
That's how you stop ball.
That's how you stop ball. Claybo nonchalantly goes down the lane, but he's going back to the free throw line. He's 2 of 4 in his last 4 attempts.
By the way, excellent. Nonchalant. Very nice.
I know Claybo makes things look easy, but he's just kind of, I don't know, tiptoeing between the tulips.
He really does make it look easier than it is.
But no one stopped ball, and then there's no Camara. There's no Camara down there to stop you. So makes the first one this time. 70-51. Was down to 13. Now it's back to 19.
Foul was on Trawali, I believe.
Believe that's correct. Claybo 1 for 2 again. 3 straight trips going 1 for 2. Still 19-point lead. Mitchell. Claybo got screened off, way off the mark though from Mitchell. Dwayne Mitchell only could draw backboard. Claybo down the lane again, feeds off. What a pass! Finds Beiswinger. Timeout, Mike Hendrickson.
Yeah, and the lead is almost back to where it was at the half. So Davies did their job. After letting South back within 13, they put the hammer back down. So we look at this, what this will do rather to the EDC race, and the Davies, assuming they hang on to this lead here with under 8 to go, will go to 10-2 in the league. South will go down to 10-3. So I think I misspoke there. It's a half game lead, not a game and a half. Davies will get Osseo this weekend on the Moorhead floor in a non-conference game, and then it's a gauntlet. Home for North, at Cheyenne, home for West Fargo and then home for Horace to close it out.
But again, it's those North and Cheyenne games they have to have. You can't lose any EDC game. Those are the two you don't want to lose, especially with North coming back here. As well, remember, North won here last year in a great game.
Yep, and remember that first game between Davies and North up at the Spartan Gym was a rock fight.
But again, that was Sem's first game off suspension, and Claybo was still out. So,
again, different. Excuse me, different lineup.
7:55 to go in the game. Hamilton. The Hamiltons have been the best scorers for the Bruins today, although you probably argue Mike has had the better overall game than James has tonight. Shahid kicks it out right into the waiting arms of Nick Hasbargen, and Beiswinger, whoa, way too strong. I don't know if that was an alley-oop or what that was, but either way, didn't go through. And Jackson Beiswinger with the steal. He'll finish that one off. He's now got double figures.
Yeah, 10 for Beiswinger now.
Trawali, 7:15 to go. Trawali, I think they're might get Kamara on that one.
He looks guilty.
Beiswinger.
Okay.
It's only his first. Looking to get it in. Does. Hamilton. Hamilton fights through traffic going back to the free throw line.
Hamilton, a little frustration showing there.
Well, Hasbargen's got 4.
All that means is he's still got one more.
In other news, Eagles are winning. Hamilton makes the first. Here comes Peter Havelka. He'll take Hasbargen out with those 4 fouls. Now Bargello will come back in the game. Dan York's hanging out in the backcourt. 1 of 2 is James Hamilton at the line. I guess the game's best players right now are struggling at the free throw line. Hasbargen spin dribble, and he walked with it.
Right where we were at the break.
Yep.
And South, who gives up 74 points a game.
They're there.
They're there.
Fallingstead kicks it out. Foul called on Beiswinger again. That's only his second. Trawali to play it in. Bargiolo feeds Hamilton. Hamilton. I think that's a 3rd foul on this possession. So this one's shooting. So Beiswinger's picked up 3 fouls.
And they've all been on Jackson Beiswinger.
All on this possession.
Hamilton will shoot again.
First one rattles out.
South 6 of 10 at the line tonight.
Whoa.
6 of 11. Hang on. Now we got a lane violation, it looks like.
So, how about another?
Let's try that again.
Hamilton finally puts one in. So 1 for 3, 74-53. Eagles been all over this one from start to finish. York, Claybo inside. That one tapped into the waiting arms of Hamilton. It's blocked, but they're going to call yet another foul. But I guess you can't touch James Hamilton in the second half. It's going back to the free throw line.
York's 3rd.
James Hamilton at the line.
Reese Kessel will come in after this free throw, as will Cam Miller and Holden Whitty. Hamilton off again. Mason Clavel will check out of the game, as will Camara.
Hamilton 5 of 9 at the line tonight. 17 points.
He's 1 for 4 in his last couple of free throw attempts. 1 of 5. .6:10 to play. York, ball stripped out of bounds, will stay with Davies. Beismeyer looking to play it in, will dump it in to Cam Miller. Miller, spin inside. Foul called on the. Will they get shooting foul?
They're going to get Chawali for that one.
I believe so. First one for Miller gets the roll.
Cam in the book.
Make it 2. 76-53, largest lead of the game for the Eagles. 23 points. Barjolo off to Chawali. Hamilton. Barjolo and Chawali, a little two-man game. Rolled home, nice play there. Minganoo puts that one in. Whitty gets his pocket picked. Hamilton, nice pass inside, right back to Minganoo. Back to an 18-point game. Miller almost gets stripped from behind, Eagle ball. So TV timeout with 5:12 to play. So 5:12 to play, 76-57. Mason Clabo and Nick Hasbro will come back in.
Well, he's got one more foul to get.
Right. Crashing Clabo.
It's been that kind of night.
Just been one great effort by the Eagles tonight. Didn't expect it, but glad we got it.
And I think it causes maybe some orientation back to the norm a little bit, Grant,
Yes.
because we all expected with a healthy Davies team, this is what we would get.
Yes.
It's really the first time in several weeks on the home floor anyway we've
Yes.
seen this package all together. It also may illustrate a little bit for South. Again, you beat some of the best teams in the conference without their best players.
Yes.
Perhaps it's a little bit of regression to the norm.
Or a little bit
Not to say that South isn't
No,
a good
absolutely
basketball
not.
team, but some of the things that we've seen from South over the years manifesting themselves a little bit tonight. Some poor shot selection, some out-of-control play, and really not being able to keep pace in the early going and falling behind by that huge deficit. This half has basically been a stalemate, but Davies hasn't had to do much more than that.
No, they've been hobbled in the second half by the team who's been here. They've won the last 2 EDC championships. And, nope, traveled. But again, Fargo South hasn't made the state tournament since 2014. It's been 10 years.
But this will be their best chance to do that.
This should be their best chance. Only problem is there are 3 other really good teams in the EDC you're battling with. Minganus. Got it. 16-point game, under 5 to play. Clabo gets it to York, throws it away. Hamilton feeds it off to Mitchell. A foul from behind. They're going to get Camara on that one. Beiswinger will come in. He'll take Havelka out. So now we're in the 1-and-1. for Dwayne Mitchell.
Mitchell's got 1 bucket tonight.
Mitchell cans the first.
Mitchell only a 40% free throw shooter.
Is that bad?
I've seen better.
Okay. %40 makes them both.
But there's no such thing as the announcer jinx.
No, nothing. Little bit of pressure. Claybo beats it. Gets to Hasbargen. Kicks it out. Claybo, top of the key, 3. Got it. That's 29 for Mason Claybo.
And only 6 in the second half for Claybo, but that might be the dagger right there. That's an
offensive foul. Wayne Mitchell, too much contact.
Mitchell lowered the elbow there, and
referee saw it, clear as day. Dan York able to take the contact.
That's 4 on number 4.
A little bit of token pressure here. Find the middle of the zone. Beiswinger lays it. Oh my goodness, Alpha Camara. They're going to tee him up, but so
I take issue with that. Not that anybody's listening to me, but
they're going to tee up Camara, but so is that his 5th then technically?
it's his 3rd.
Oh, right. They got my player screwed up now. So technical for Dwayne Mitchell.
Justice is done.
Justice is served. He's got
At
one
least for
more.
1. Well, he is a 40%.
But yeah, he makes the other 2.
I'm sorry, he's a 70%.
Okay,
I got my numbers screwed up now.
Okay,
All
we
right.
made 1. I'll take that over the 1 shot. I mean,
That's literally a 2 for 1.
literally a 2. I'll take the excitement over a 1 made free throw any day. I remember Max Frost did something similar to that a couple of years ago, but he didn't do that. Down the lane. No. Outside. 3 ball doesn't go down. Kessel, and he throws it directly out of bounds. Miscommunication on the pass. I feel like there was a pass we saw like that last year where they went to the exact same spot.
I think so.
But Hasbargen kicks it out. Cross court, York. Camara. Baseline jumper, no. Claybo can't clean up. Claybo thought he was fouled. Mitchell racing back the other way. Hasbargen diving on the floor.
Because, oh, man.
And Claybo pushed down Aliyu Shaheed.
I don't think there are a lot of Christmas cards that are going to be sent after this one.
2 South Fargo teams don't like each other, battling for position in the EDC.
A little rough with the outcome already decided.
They're not going to like each other.
Claybo talking to the ref.
Now, again, it's the North game. They're really going to be chippy at each other. That's going to be the real – this is a cruiserweight bout compared to the heavyweight bout we're going to see in a week. 18-point Eagle lead. Make it 17. Aliyu Shaheed puts the first one down. Shawali and Barjolo have checked in. Kessel is out. Has come out. Second one. Got it.
Shaheed's got the interesting free throw stroke there.
Yeah. More pressure from the Bruins. Beiswinger. Claybo. Alley-oop! There's the get back for the technical foul.
No technical there.
No. None needed.
20 for Camara. Style points.
Oh, my goodness!
Baby!
And then Camara puts his hand on the ref saying, I didn't do anything.
Let's go.
Alpha Camara playing with an attitude in this second half.
And the crowd loves it, Grant. And so do his teammates.
Yes. If he gets a steal on the inbounds pass. Oh. Instead, Beiswinger does. Oh, they call a foul.
Oh.
I see the ticky-tack fouls are being called in the last 3 minutes here to restore order. So, 2-shot bonus here for the Bruins with 2:45 to play. Mike Hendrickson's team has been humbled here tonight. First one goes down. And here comes Mike Hamilton. Second one off the back heel, off the backboard. Hamilton tips it out. Hamilton for 3. No.
Still can't hit it.
No.
Beiswinger gets abused down low, and
They're going to get Hamilton. They're going to get Barjolo on that one. They're going to get Barjolo.
that's Barjolo, whose night of torment continues. As the "this one's over" chant begins from the Davies student section. Probably not inaccurate.
No.
Little chat here between Manson and Alpha.
Yeah. First half of the 1-and-1 is nailed for Beiswinger. He's got 11 points.
Beiswinger's first trip to the line tonight.
Knocks them both down. 2:37 to play. 84-67. Hamilton relocates to the corner. Traveled.
Oh,
Made it anyway, but doesn't matter. Hendrickson's Bruins going to apply more pressure.
neither team going to the bench either.
No. This kind of
'Cause
game.
why would you?
Yeah. No offense to Aiden Mastel and the other guys on the bench. They ain't playing, but Mason Clabo.
Feel like some messages are being sent.
Yep.
Oh, here comes the roll it up the floor. You know I love this play.
Well, the clock keeps going. Doesn't
Yeah,
matter.
that doesn't matter.
The clock keeps rolling. If you're ahead, yeah, you want to do that. Hamilton almost throws it away. Instead throws it to Trawali. Hamilton relocates to the corner. No. Kamara almost got a piece of it. Instead, it goes down for Shahid.
I feel like Kamara really wanted another block there.
Yeah. 87-68. York. Why not?
We're just having fun out here now.
Oh, yeah. Time for noon ball at the Y. Is that what we're saying?
I thought they must have called that a 2.
Okay. High arcing misfire.
No, they gave him the 3.
Yeah,
They added
I thought it was a 3. It looked like a 3. Oh, now Manson's going to empty his bench here.
Okay.
So Miller, Colt Ranke, Cade Olhauser, and Max Glasheen have all checked in. Mason Clabo's night is done. 31 points. And I imagine he'll be coming up to talk to us in a minute, but that was one heck of an effort for Mason Clabo, his first home game back in a long time. He delivered tonight. Cade Olhauser's got it. 90-68 is our score. Ranky, now I'm back to Miller. 10 to shoot. Inside Whitty. Whitty now on the perimeter. Whitty trying to get rid of it. Hamilton still in there. Pokes it free. Why not put one up for Mike Hamilton off the mark? Eagles will have to shoot it one more time.
Whoop.
Nope. Max Glasheen's able to handle it. Ranke. Glasheen to Miller. Olhauser shot it. He had a pretty good stroke in the JV game. Ranke. Baseline J is good.
Colton Ranke in the book. Statement win tonight, Grant, for Davies.
Statement received. Fargo Davies shows Fargo South who the real team is. The two-time defending EDC tournament champions win it 92-68, and let the rest of EDC know they're still here.
Pretty thorough dominance tonight. Grant Mason Claybo with 31.
Hendrickson and Manson exchanging a few words. They halt the handshake line for it. So
some discussion
maybe a
later.
couple words. I don't think dinner is part of that conversation.
Claybo with 31, Grant Alpha Camara with 20, Jackson Beiswinger with 12, Peter Avelka 9, Dan York with 8, Nick Hasbargen with 6, 2 each for Cam Miller, Colton Rinke, and Holden Whitty. South led by James Hamilton, 17, 12 for Abakar Minganaji, and 10 for Mikey Hamilton, 9 for Ayush Shahid, 7 for Reese Kessel, 6 for Josh Barcholo, 5 for Dwayne Mitchell, and 2 for Abu Trawali. And it looks like we got Alpha and Mason coming up here, so I will vacate the premises for these gentlemen, Grant.
Yep. Please do. All right, Alpha. I'll let you get your hair settled. All right, Alpha. So how much does it mean to you guys to get revenge on a team that beat you earlier in the year and you beat them by 20+?
It means a lot. You know, when they beat us, everybody was ha-ha talking during the game. Now when we up, they want to be quiet, you know. So we just came out, had a point to prove.
Tell me how much of a connection you and Mason have, because it's like you guys have that look in your eye like you're about to do something special in those alley-oop passes. Like, what's the connection you have?
It's kind of weird. Like, we never, like, really, practice it. It just happened.
Yep.
It just happened, like, during practice. During that, like, when I first came here, I couldn't really catch lobs, but, like, for some reason, his passes were always perfect.
Right.
I don't have anything to say about his passes.
So you got teed up in the second half. It seemed like that lit a fire in your eyes after that, and you had a couple more blocks. Tell me about after the technical, how you responded.
After the tech, they told me, to chill it down, like it was a good play, but kind of, lit a fire. It gave me energy.
So you respond by blocking the next shot and putting your hands up.
Yeah, because I kind of looked at him.
Yep.
I was like, oh, so I forgot. Yeah.
Alpha, thanks for your time. I appreciate it. Hand it off to Mason. Mason Claybo, a long time no see. So 31 points in your first home game back. And I don't know if you knew this or not, you are now in second place on the all-time scoring list. You have surpassed surpassed Tanner Crutchman for the second most points. How does that feel?
I don't know. That's awesome. Obviously, I've been out for a while, so I just glad to be back. And obviously, I watched Tanner play, and he's one heck of a player. So it's kind of cool that I surpassed him. And I think he only did that in 2 years. So it's a big accomplishment for me. I'm proud of it. But we got more to do.
Tell me about how much this means to you guys to beat a team that had beat you beat you earlier in the season, but to let them know, hey, you still run the EDC, and how did this feel to get revenge on these guys?
Right. Personally, I was sitting out when they won, so I just had to sit there and just watch our team, kind of battle it out and lose by 9. So for a personal reason, I just wanted to come in here and just get these guys by 20, just to show when we got a full squad, we're at the top of the board.
So last question I have for you. So you still have to play Fargo North again. You still have to play Cheyenne again. You win those 2 games. You're in the driver's seat in the EDC. What is it going to take for you guys to get down this gauntlet and win the number and get the top seed for the tournament?
Right. We've just had a big stretch of. We came and we played Alexandria, who is one heck of a team out in Minnesota. We battled with them, and then we got Grand Forks Central, who's a really good team.
Yes.
And we got here at South, then we go play Osseo, which is a great Minneapolis team, and then North and Cheyenne. So we got a gauntlet to go through. Yep. And this is probably one of the hardest schedules of time that we've ever had. So just as a team here to go through and try to get as much wins as possible out of this little stretch, we need to defend very well. And our goal is to keep everyone under 70. We think that we can win, 95% of our games we keep under 70, which we did here. Yep. And just, not turning the ball over, keeping the ball in our hands and not letting them have easy transition buckets.
Because they hold teams to 74, or they score 74, you hold them to 68. And again, they're not the best defensive team, but scoring 92 shows a statement. Thanks for coming out, Mason. I appreciate it.
Here. Appreciate it.
So for Mason Claybo, Alpha Camara, and our entire Davies Live Network crew, this is Grant Hubbard saying so long from South Fargo. They win it 92-68. So long, everybody.